Hey guys, it's Tammy, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we have 4 new palettes from Revolution. They have added 4 new palettes to their chocolate collection. Like, they dropped it all on the same day, like wow. So what I'm gonna do, and what you guys have requested me to do, is go through each one, show you the inside, give you my thoughts, and then I'm gonna do a tutorial with one. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I don't know if I'm gonna do swatches because guys, swatching every single one of these palettes is gonna take forever, but I might do a couple swatches on my fingers, like just while I'm talking about the palette. So I've actually ordered these in like my least favorite to my favorite, and then we're gonna end with my favorite and do a tutorial with it. So I'm just gonna start with my least favorite palette. Now before I jump into this, let me do a quick disclaimer before you guys come for me. Not everyone is gonna like everything. Like, even though I work for Revolution, I do videos on their channel for them, and you know, I create pictures for them, it doesn't mean I'm gonna love everything. Like, no. Now I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this palette is rubbish, this palette is trash. Like, no, because some people will really love the shade selection. Like, I feel like shade selection in a palette is obviously a personal thing. Some people like, you know, light, very airy everyday colors, and some people like me like a bit more drama, like a bit more darkness, so it works on my skin tone. So just because it's my least favorite palette doesn't mean like you should hate it and you shouldn't buy it. If you love the color selection, go for it, girl, because Revolution, like, eyeshadow quality for the price is amazing. So if you love the color selection in this palette but I don't, that's fine. We're allowed to have different opinions, okay? So if you love it and I don't, that's fine. Like, that's the way the world works, okay? So anyways, I'm gonna start with my least favorite color selection palette. This is the Cotton Candy palette, and I'm so sad because it's actually really nice packaging. It's obviously like that pinky purple type of cotton candy theme, and then the packaging on the inside is nude white chocolate with the pink kind of dripping chocolate. So the packaging is gold. It is absolutely stunning, and it will look gorgeous next to my other chocolate collection palettes. And then this is what this one looks like on the inside. So as you can see, majority of the palette is shimmer, so I think this would make a gorgeous accent palette. So like a palette in addition to another palette. So say you have the Morphe 35B, for example, or the Revolution Pro Mischief Trends, I think that's what it's called. If you have matte bright palettes like this palette would be a great accent palette because it's got tons of shimmers for you to put with it. It's got like rosy shimmers, a deep dark purple shimmer, like a deep dark brown shimmer, purple icy shimmer. They've got loads of shimmers to choose from in this palette, and overall this palette is quite neutral. So for me, the mattes in this palette won't really show up on my skin tone. We have this matte down here, which is like a base tone set my base eyeshadow type of color. Then we have this one over here, which could be a transition color for me, I think. And then we have this one up here, which is like a cool tone transition color. So that is all of the mattes you actually get in this palette. You get 3 browns that won't really work for me. So that's why this is my least favorite palette. But like I said, maybe if you have a fairer skin tone, a lighter skin tone, you will love these transition colors and they will work for you on an everyday basis. These gorgeous rosy colors, let me give some of the shimmers a swatch. These gorgeous colors, like the shimmers are beautiful, as you can see. So this might be someone's everyday go-to palette, and I can definitely see some people loving it, but for me personally, what I like to go for, I don't see myself using this, you know, much. I feel like at this point it's kind of unsaid that if there's not transition colors for me, like, I'm not gonna like the palette. If there's not deep dark colors for me, I'm not gonna like the palette. Like, I've gone past just liking black. I want the transition colors to work for me. I don't always want to resort to adding black, do you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be deep enough for me, and that's what I'm looking for nowadays going forward in a palette. So next we have the Macaroon palette, and this one, once again, gorgeous packaging. It's got like the sky light blue type of packaging on the white chocolate. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now this one does have like a touch of blue, of course. Just by looking at the outside, you expect it to have blue on the inside, and it definitely does have a touch of blue. I do love the shimmery blues in here. And this kind of gold green color, gorgeous. This dark shimmer down here, the shimmers feel super soft and really like buttery when you swatch them. And once again, this palette is kind of overall shimmer. You do get 1, 2, 3, 4, This one's not really a matte, it's kind of like a satin, but I think you could use it in your crease as a matte color. So you get about 5 matte colors, and then the whole rest of the palette is shimmer. So yeah, that is for you to decide, but this is the inside of the Macaroon palette. Once again, I think it will make a great accent palette to use with another colorful matte palette, do you know what I mean? So moving on, we have the Galactic palette. Now we're getting down to the 2 palettes that I kind of like the most. I feel like the Galactic palette is definitely deeper, darker, smokier shades. It also has like a few shades with the veining running through it. Let me open it up, but this is what it looks like. It's like the silver packaging, you know, it's got like the kind of universe stars on it, do you know what I mean? Yeah, got me, great. And this one is like, it's like a foiled silver, it's not a matte silver, so it adds a little bit of shininess to the packaging. Now on the inside of this one, as you can see, the matte shades are so much deeper. You have these 2 matte shades down here, and this shade has already won me over. I can definitely see myself using that. This is a matte shade, even though it's gray, it could still be used as a smoky eye. Then you have this matte shade, which could still kind of, they're cool toned, and I don't really go for cool tone, it just doesn't suit my skin tone. Every time I do a silver look, I feel like I look disgusting. You know when you look at yourself and you're like, girl, I don't like that. Yeah, every time I do a silver look, it's just not my thing. Like warm tones or purples or blues or greens, any color apart from gray works on me, but yeah. So I suppose I wouldn't really use these 2 over here, but like these 2 over here, oh my god. Okay, so once again, it is a majority shimmer palette. I've only just realized, like I'm kind of just seeing these for the first time in the light and everything. It's got the baked eyeshadows with the veining running through it, so when you swatch it, it kind of like mixes together and transforms into a different color type of situation. You also have these gorgeous duochrome colors, like these remind me of the MAC blue brown pigment, I think it is, and something else, like they are duochrome. So I love those shades in here. Let me swatch some of these baked shades. So I'm going to swatch this one and the blue. So that is what the 2 baked shades look like. So as you can see, they mix together to make a custom shade, I suppose. Yeah, this palette is okay. Once again, it is majority shimmer, so I would say it is an accent palette, but you could get a couple cute smoky looks from this, like put this all through the crease and then put any of the shimmer on the lid, and that's a cute smoky. So I mean, it is a good palette, and I do like it because the colors are deeper and they will show up on me, they will work on my skin tone, which is always a plus. So last but not least, we have the Lemon Drizzle chocolate palette, and this one looks like this. Obviously it comes in yellow packaging, it comes on the white chocolate bar thing. So let's go ahead and open this one up. Now the reason this one is my favorite is, of course, the matte shades are deep. The matte shades will work for me, and I just feel like this palette I will reach for over the other 3. So this is what the inside of the lemon palette looks like, and you get so much more mattes in here. With this one, you only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shimmers, and then the rest of the palette is matte. So these 3 here are matte, the yellow's matte, this orange is matte, this kind of whitey bone shade is matte, these 2 are matte, this one's matte, and this one's like a satin shade. So overall, I feel like it's got the most transition crease shades that I would use and would show up on my skin tone. Also, I love the like yellow, of course, I love yellow golds. These 2 look very similar. Hold on, let's do some swatches. They do look very, very similar. I suppose one is a little bit deeper maybe, but on the eyes they're probably gonna look the same. So these 2 are very similar, but apart from that, I really do like the look of this palette. Sorry guys if I'm blinding you with the mirror, I really should do something about that. But yeah, this one calls out to me the most. As soon as I saw it, I thought, okay, I could put this, this, and this in the crease, and then a gold on the lid. You know, when you just get inspired, you're like, I can do a look. So we're gonna do a look, okay? So I'm gonna prime my eyes with the P. Louise eyeshadow base like I've been doing. I love this base, and I used the shade number 3 once again. By the way guys, I'm trying a new foundation today. I love it. I love it. I feel like the shade match is like really, really close and really, really good. Okay, so the first shade we're gonna go in with is the yellow, and this is called Lemon Slice. Let's go ahead and see, because I always get requests, can you use the yellow? Can you use the yellow? Because everyone wants to get a yellow that will show up on their skin tone. The yellow in Kami's palette works for my skin tone, so that's great. Let's see if this one does. So I'm trying to put it on the inner kind of, ooh, yes. This one has a nice like undertone to it that it shows up nicely on my skin tone. It's not too ashy and light, do you know what I mean? Oh, this is working nice, wow. And I am just patting that on first. You don't want to swipe on top of a wet base, so just pat in. Okay, so the next color, that color is beautiful, by the way. Let's see if it keeps its vibrancy while I'm blending and stuff. So the next color I'm gonna take is this one right next to it, and it's called Citrus. It's like a orangey red color, really vibrant. So let's put that right next to it in the middle. Oh, it comes out as kind of like a pinky coral color. I thought it'd be a bit more orangey than this, but I do like the color. So I'm kind of patting, not swiping, but like pat swiping. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, very vibrant, showing up gorgeous. And I'm just gonna gently blend the edges of that color into the brow bone. Going back in with the yellow to where they overlap. And I'm just gently brushing over it to blend it. Okay, so next I'm gonna take the shade Delicious, which is the kind of pinky purple shade. It is a satin finish, but I'm hoping it turns out a bit matte. I don't want it to be too shimmery, but I love that color. I'm gonna take that right on the outer edge. Once again, pat in first, and then I will blend after. That color shows up beautifully, and okay, it is a bit shimmery. I was gonna say, and it's not that shimmery, but then it hit the light and I was like, okay. But it's a gorgeous color, and I'm just gonna blend the edges of that color kind of into the brow bone once again. And it's fine to dip into a little bit more product just to help that blend. Now what I'm gonna do is go back into that citrusy orange shade and tap over where the two colors meet. Okay, so far so good. I'm really happy with how that's looking. I'm just gonna take a dab of this scrumptious matte shade, not too much, and I'm just gonna add that into the purple. I just wanna deepen it a bit, just a bit. So now, of course, what I'm gonna do is cut the crease. Now I'm gonna do this part off camera because I feel like I've cut my crease on camera so many times. You guys know what to do. I hope so. Okay guys, and we're back. So my cut crease is done. Now I'm gonna go back into that scrumptious deep dark shade right here, and I'm gonna put that right on the outer edge. So I'm just gonna pat first, right onto the outer, and I don't want it to take over the pinky shade. So I'm just gonna keep that right there. I thought this shade would be a bit more purpley, but it's really kind of chocolatey brown. So for shimmer, of course, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Fluffy, and I'm gonna put that, should I? Is it gonna clash with the yellow? Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do now is go into this shade right here, which is called Sunshine. It is a matte shade, and I'm just gonna see how this looks if I put it here. Oh, that looks pretty. We're gonna take that shade. This like comes out so much more orangey than I was expecting, because like in the pan, does it look that orange? It looks a bit neon. And I think I'm also gonna take a dab of the yellow lemon slice and put that right above it, and just making this up as I go along, guys. Okay, I definitely need a shimmer shade, but I want a light shimmer shade. Oh my god, there's no light shimmer shade in this. I want like a silver or like a champagne-y gold, do you know what I mean? But all the shimmers in here are pretty deep. So you have these two, you have this one, and this one. So what I might have to do is dip into one of the other palettes. Yeah, I'm gonna go into the Galaxy palette and take this shade right here, which is called One Small Step, and it's like a gorgeous light icy gold. So of course with this part you want to be very precise and keep it within the cut crease. So I'm going to start it on the inner corner and bring it up through the crease. And this brush that I'm using, by the way, is like a tiny brush that I got in a Coastal Scents set when I first started makeup, like a good 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't know if it's still available, but it's just a really teeny tiny brush. So I'm just carrying that through the crease. So I'm going back into that yellow, and I'm gonna pat over where it connects with the yellow gold shimmer. and then go back in with this sunshine. What is it called? Oh my god, I can't say it. Sunshine shade, and tap over. Okay, girl, we're looking cute, cute. Looks like this are just all about blending, you know, going back in, blending, going back in, blending. But yeah, that is more or less the look, guys. I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera and then I'll come back. Sorry, I'm trying to get this blend right here. So yeah, that is the eye look, guys. I'm gonna go off camera, complete the other eye, and then I'll come back to show you guys the final look and give you my thoughts on the palette. Okay guys, and I'm back. So my face is now complete. What do you guys think of the look? I really love it. It's like a pinky orangey sunset type of thing, I don't know. But let me tell you what I used on my lips. So I used the Obsession lip liner in the shade Screenshot. This is like my go-to recently. I saw a comment saying what happened to Glory. I don't know, some looks don't require brown, but they require a deep dark lip liner, and this one is like a browny purple. So for looks like this, it kind of goes with it because like purple, you know. So I've been loving this lip liner recently. The only bad thing, of course, is it comes in a lip kit, so you have to buy the liquid lipstick with it, and I think it's like £6, but I wish they did this color individually. But yeah. And then for lip gloss, I went in with the NYX Lingerie. This is one of their new shades. It's called Euro Trash, and I don't know if that name is offensive, I don't know, but they went with it anyway. And it's kind of like a pinky color, and mixed together it makes this absolutely gorgeous combo. So yeah, I love those products. Now before I go, I did want to try their brand new highlighters that they also launched. These are the triple baked highlighter, and they're in the form of a diamond shape, if you can see from the back there. Now there is two colors that won't work for me, and it's these two. They're quite icy colors, but they have this golden one which is called Champagne and Diamonds, and this is what it looks like. It has like a strip of gold through it, so I'm thinking it will work for my skin tone. I'm thinking in the back of my head to do a giveaway for these stuff, but I don't know if you guys will be interested. Of course you're gonna be interested, of course, that's a stupid question. They also accidentally sent me another package with the Imagination palette. So I've got her face palette and her eyeshadow palette in here, and I'm not going to open it because I've already got them. So I'm thinking maybe to throw these in as well, and I'll just ship the package to the winner like this. So yeah, if you want to be in with a chance to win this stuff, now it is UK only. I'm sorry guys, it's like £4 shipping in the UK, but it's like £20 shipping everywhere else. So it's like, yeah. For my big 100k giveaway though, when I hit 100k on YouTube, it will be international, so definitely look out for that. But this is just like a spontaneous giveaway because I have the stuff and it's in a box already ready to go, so someone might as well win it. So yeah, just drop me a comment down below letting me know what's your favorite palette from Revolution. And this is a trick question, okay, because only people that vote for my palette will be entered into the giveaway. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Let me know your favorite product or palette from Revolution. Just drop it down in the comment section. The winner will be chosen at random. Literally guys, I'm going to go onto randomcommentpicker.com and pick a comment at random. So yeah, just say your favorite Revolution product and you could win this stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and try out this highlighter. So oh my gosh, it comes in diamond packaging as well. This is super cool. And then this is the inside. Look at that yellow gold. Look at that. That will look absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm going to do a swatch like of all of the shades together, and that is what it looks like. So it is quite an icy gold once you swatch them all together, but I think I'm gonna just stick to the gold section in the middle because that section's gonna do nicely for me. So yeah, and also because it's a baked formula, I always say you should wet the baked stuff because they're not as intense. Let me wet it and show you a different swatch. So I'm going to use my Primark priming water, spritz my finger, and you guys will see the difference. Do you see the difference? Like, it's so much more intense. And yeah, so definitely use the highlighter wet if you want it to pop. But if you do like more of a subtle highlight, you can of course use it dry. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and I'm gonna spray it just a little bit. And I don't typically like highlight on my cheeks. I like it how it is, like matte and nice skin-like type of finish. But as soon as I put this on, it kind of texturizes my skin. So I'm just gonna keep it to a small section right here. Whoa, oh my god. Okay, maybe I didn't need to wet it because this is intense. This is intense. I'm gonna put some on the tip of my nose as well. And like I said, I only took the golden shade. Oh my god. Funny little story, by the way, guys. One time I put highlight on my nose and my boyfriend was like, what's that gold thing on your nose? And he was like, it's not blended. I was like, oh god. But at least he told me before we got outside the house, you know. So just that one dip was more than enough to do both sides of my face and my nose. I feel like this side is a little bit intense. I need to dab that out a bit. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's a little bit more blended in, don't you think? That looks a bit more natural. I'm gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks as well, so when I smile, I get a nice glow. Ooh, I love it. I love not having so much texture on my skin anymore, guys. I'm gonna do a skincare routine because honestly, lately I've been loving my skin. Like every foundation goes on smooth, like yes. Okay guys, so as for the palettes, as you can see, they are gorgeous. Like they're very pigmented, they blended beautifully together. Even the yellow right on my inner corner that I placed down first, it has faded a little bit. It's not as vibrant as when I first put it down, but you can definitely still see that it's there. So it's definitely a great drugstore palette. I mean, it is definitely up to Revolution's normal standard. So definitely recommend this palette if you were looking into it. I recommend the other palettes as well because I'm pretty sure the quality is the same. If you're a fan of the shade selection, then go for it, why not? So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.